Hi, I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage.
Hey, Ray, thanks for joining us on today's video. Listen, if you are not already smiling looking at this truck, you're going to be in just a second. It is such a great piece of history to look at, and not to mention, you know, that it's 50 plus years old. And it's just, I don't know, every time I talk about it, it really reminds me of like your grandfather on the farm or something like that. And if you want a cool truck that you could bop around, you actually even use still if you wanted to, because this is set up to be driven, and that's really what it is. So they call it like race red and Oxford white paint. The two colors look awesome with the wide whites on there and the painted wheels to go with it. The Ford is painted in the middle of them. I love the wraparound glass. Like, check out the curve of this glass. Like, you look at some of the other trucks that are out there, they don't really have the same kind of style. And then back here, come on around here for a second, I want to show you. It kind of does the same thing again. It's not just a flat piece of glass set in the back. This is a truck that had some style back in the day. All right, the two-tone paint makes it look great. This right here, come on back here. It's got the painted rear bumper, got the Ford call out in there. This is awesome. The bed is all painted as well. It's got a spare tire right here to match. Okay. Before we go look under the hood for a second, check out the styling circa 1959. It's got the big Ford callouts. Still looks like a muscle truck, you know, meaning like the bigger rigs, because it was trying to mimic those. Lights are working. It's got this louvered part right here for a little bit more style. The quad headlights. This. Just so, I don't know. I just like the front end. It's just a great 1959 is what we're talking about here. All right, let's take a peek under the hood, because you know what? You may or may not want to take this to a show, but I want you to be able to do that. And here's what we've done. We've detailed the engine compartment in here. It's got dual master cylinders, okay? A little ahead of its time, believe it or not. But it's got the correct kind of setup here. Nothing's really been modified much. I was just driving it around. You know, this doesn't have the a PCV system as newer vehicles have, so it has a breather cap here. This does have an upgraded Holley carb, so it has a little bit more horsepower, but it's got like the horsepower call-out stickers there, letting you know that it was 223 cubic inches of inline six. And come around here and look at the detail here as well. You can turn, this turns the heat on and off. That's done inside the cabin. That's how you got hot water into the into there, so the air would blow over top of it. The heater core, sorry. And that's how you got the heat. But the detail is all there, the starter motor, the fuel pump, fuel filter. You can see this is a nicely done vehicle that you could actually drive. You could actually use it if you wanted to. All right, cool. So let's check out some of the other functionality of it. All right. We just washed it, so you might see a couple of drops of water. If I was able to better work that. Sorry, that was me, not the truck's fault. Okay. And then if you want to, you can hook those onto the sides here. All right, that's what most people do. Just hook that there. That way you can use it as a shelf. You can sit on it. Back in the day of like, you know, going to the fair. There we go. There we go. Check that out. Nice. And you can use it. That's what's so cool about this 1959 pickup that you could use. Let me tell you what, man, you'll be driving this truck and all you'll be doing the whole time is smiling, because you'll remember a time when this was just a different world, and people love this kind of stuff today. They just love it. Everybody's thumbs up like, oh yeah, I remember. It was so cool back then. This is before the Beatles and before, you know, maybe Elvis was around, but let's see, who else was it before? That was big. Led Zeppelin. Just a lot of people that were nobodies. This truck is way before their time. Okay, let's check out the cabin here. So it's pretty stock still inside. All right, you got all the stock controls are here. The only thing that's been added is seat belts. And if you wanted to, what we do for a lot of people is we put a digital sound system inside the glove box. That way you can have your tunes, iPod. It also streams Bluetooth and stuff like that. It's not a lot of money, and it allows you to keep the dash all looking kind of stock, but be able to, you know, hum along and sing by yourself like I do in the shower, which you're not getting that video, thank God. But here, this is kind of nice too, because here's the original plate that would have been on the door of the cars, but it's on the glove box of the trucks. And then eventually the government made them move it to the doors, so that it would be easier for them to be able to see those things. And this gives you indication of what the truck started life as, where it was sold, what's district, and things like that. But this is just really cool because it's just like everything is just the way it was in '59. It fires right up. It's 3 on the tree. A couple people say, well, the 3-speed here, I don't really know how to drive it. That's a little confusing. Well, it's not really when you think about it. If you were to take this pattern right here and move it to the floor like a regular 4-speed pattern, so the 4-speed pattern or 3-speed pattern that's here, if you just turned it this way, it works the same way. Reverse is up top. Here's first, second, third. So first is up and towards you. So that would be first would be like a regular vehicle here, and you would go to second. So just like here, you go to second, and then to third, you'd pull straight back down, and that's what you do here as well. It's just that simple, and it just takes a second to learn it. It's not a big deal, and I don't know, it sounds cool. Anyway, I'll rev it up a little bit for you because I like to make sure A, the exhaust system's tight, B, that it still has that great 6-cylinder sound, and C, it's not smoking, it's not worn out and things like that, so check that out for me. Closing up the video, this is about style and about a different time and about the things that make you happy. When you can get out of work and go for a drive and something like this, it changes your whole perspective. It's a little bit like therapy, believe it or not. And this truck, as it wheels down the road and you see it going down at the end of the video, you're gonna go, wow, that's a really cool truck. If you can find a way to get this in your life, man, it's not expensive and it's really just an awesome piece of history. So call us 301-816-1000 and we'll tell you all about it.